5 to study this. Yes, once again, good evening to you all. I have it there, understanding your research journey. And, okay, sorry, I'm not sure that this thing is working. Okay, I'll be controlling it from here.
Do that, please.
Okay, next slide. Okay, now, what is research? The essence of research is to solve problems. If you don't have problem, you don't go into research, because you must have a problem that you wanted to solve before you embark on research. And we advise that you get your topic from immediate environment, from educational practices, from a lot of things that is pertinent to you. And before you can choose a topic, you yourself must be interested and passionate about the topic. Because you cannot choose a topic for your friend, neither can you copy a friend's topic. You must have your own personal problem that you wanted to solve. So research simply means how to solve problems systematically. So within this period, I would like to give examples, and I would like to talk to you. You will talk to me, and I will know your focus. Then we can bring out your topic, and we take it from there. So when you are talking about research, the dictionary meaning said a research topic will therefore be subject to a research project, a subject of discourse, that is a research. And I've told you in a layman language that research is problem solving. And there are a lot of problems around education in which you can solve, in which I can solve. And before you can solve the problem, you must have read literature to show you that there are problems. And that is why a good researcher does not talk about topic first, but talk about problem. The problem you have identified in the literature will allow you to get the topic. So some researchers are wasting a lot of time thinking about topic, writing 5 topics, giving to supervisor. Please pick one out of this. That is not ethical. You don't go to your supervisor with some topics. You go to your supervisor with problems. Then you sit down together, you conceptualize and you contextualize the topic. Then from there you get a topic. Before you conceptualize, before you contextualize, you must have read literature to show the gap. So what are these gaps? The gap are the problems you wanted to solve. And that is why we said you are contributing to the body of knowledge. Next slide. You are contributing. I have some topics there. Yes. Now, what makes a topic researchable? You know, what makes it researchable? Number one, I said you should follow the following guideline before you can choose your topic. Your research must be based on a particular scope. You cannot solve all the problems in education. So you have to be specific, you have to be focused, you have to decide which aspect of the problem you would like to solve. Now, permit me to ask you a question now. What is your focus? What problem do you think you wanted to solve?
How early childhood experiences affect learning as we get older?
Early childhood experience. Now, what problems have you identified in this statement? What problems have you identified that interest you to study that topic?
So a big part of who we are, especially in early childhood, is shaped by where we are raised. So, and for different people, different upbringing can lead to different kinds of people they become later in life.
Thank you very much. So, from what you said, Our focus is to look at differences in the background, differences in how we are raised, differences in educational background, then how it affects early childhood practitioners. Now, from this problem, she can get a topic because she's already has a focus and she's already has a problem that she intends to solve. So I just want to believe that that problem she mentioned now is from literature. The literature has shown that early childhood are being affected by different backgrounds, by different educational level, or by different environments. Now, she wanted to go into details, how this is happening and how can we solve it. That is how she can get a topic. Not that, no, when I was asking her, she didn't tell me a topic. She told me the problem she wanted to solve. Isn't it? That's the problem she intended to solve. Okay, let me go to you.
Technology enhanced learning and changing the curriculum.
Wonderful. Okay, what's the problem? Narrow it down. What is the problem? Because technology is very broad. Narrow it down.
Yeah, and every teacher has their own perspective. And if a teacher is a techie person, now changing the style, but the rest still do the same. So changing the curriculum according to technology is a problem.
Thank you very much. She's trying to say that how technology affects the pedagogy, the type of teaching, the teaching styles, the teaching approach, how it now affects the curriculum, isn't it? Now, that is a focus, not a topic. But for the fact that you have gotten a focus, you cannot get a topic. Research are three approaches: qualitative, quantitative, and mixed method. What do you want? What is your own approach? Good. Qualitative uses interview, while quantitative uses questionnaire, and mixed method use both. Now, if you are doing qualitative, you want to interview teachers, how technology affects their curriculum implementation. Am I communicating? So your topic can now come from that problem. The effect of technology on curriculum implementation among secondary school teachers. Then, if you are doing qualitative, that you wanted to use interview, you can just say teachers' perception of the effect. Am I not fast? Are you jotting something down? So that are good. Teachers' perceptions of the impact of technology on curriculum implementation. Because the quality, the quantity, they have different phrases to identify them. If you are going through qualitative, you use the word view, you use the word opinion, you use the word perception. Are you getting what I'm saying now? But if you are going quantitative, you use the word impact, the word effect, the word correlates. Are you getting it now? We know that you are doing quantitative. So from that problem, you get your what? Your topic. Then from your topic now, you now turn your topic to a question in which we call it main research question. I will get to that. Let me take this table. Next slide. Give me something.
So I was like looking at like working class people and like how they experiences entering higher education. So I'd say that that's a little bit of a focus of them and like found like the problem with it.
Okay. Are you interested in classroom management?
I don't know really. I've not really looked at it.
So my problem is that there is poor well-being in secondary school students, resulting in a lot of students in having poor mental health.
Thank you very much. Now, your focus is more or less nutrition.
Well, so for me, my focus is well-being technique being implemented within the classroom.
Good, good. Being implemented in the classroom. But that is a problem, that is a focus. Yeah. So you are trying to look at the effect of well-being on the student performance, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So then you get your topic from there. You must have read literature. Literature must have told you 1, 2, 3, 4. But what is it that literature have not said? You know, literature must have said, okay, take for instance, 3 of you, you have said 4 points. You and you said 2 points. She said 1 making 3. Then you said another one making 4. Then 3 of you have said something similar. What is it that she has said that is different from 3 of you? That is not common. That is where you bring your own idea. Otherwise, when you are building on what others have done, you are not contributing to any knowledge. Yeah, you are not contributing to any knowledge. So you must build on what very few people, because many people have said a lot. Okay, let me give you one example. In Africa, we are talking about single mother. You know what's called single mother? We don't know whether it's here. Everybody has written on the single mother. Their plights, their disadvantages, their this and that. But very few people talk about single father. So, as any childhood person, you can look at single father. Literature have said a lot about single mother. Let's bring it to now single father. So, by the time you are doing that, you are doing what many people have not done. So, you are not repeating what they have done. You have read literature. You have seen that many people have discussed a lot about single mother. Then you wanted to do single father. Let me give you another example. When we are talking about parental involvement in schools, can somebody tell me how do parents involve in the schools of their children? In what way? Anybody?
In like the PTA.
Thank you very much. Attending PTA, 1, yes.
Yes.
Assessment, assisting in assessment, yes, 2.
Be like a parent government.
Eh?
Like a parent government, that kind of thing.
Yes. Is it not part of PTA?
Yeah.
It's PTA. This side, talk to me. How do parents involve in their children's academics? How?
Making them comfortable and making them opportunities to work for studies, like giving an environment to them.
Thank you very much. Good environment. Support them in their assignment, isn't it? In their own work, isn't it? Fine. Now, look at what we have said. And what we have said is what literature have said. Then what other things or in what other ways can parents support their children apart from those things we have said? That is aspect you are going to bring to your own study. Are we get what I'm saying now? So I'm going to bring to your own study. Maybe you can now see that we've mentioned PTA, we've mentioned assessment, we've mentioned good environment. What of transportation? Then you can pick transportation as number 1. Maybe parents take their children to school without giving them to a taxi driver. Okay, that's one. You can look at it again as what other thing can parents do to their children? Okay, buying of textbooks. 2, then 3, give them money to school for lunch. Then you now take those 3 that is different from what the literature have said, even though it's part of the factors, and become your own study. So then you'll be able to say that I've contributed to the body of knowledge. Because a lot of things, what I'm saying in essence is that do not dwell on what many people have said. Dwell on what few people have said in order for you to contribute to the body of knowledge. So that is how to get a topic. That is how to get a topic. Now, after you have gotten that, what next? You develop a background. You develop what? A background. And what is a background? Your focus is early childhood. Are you getting clear? So you have a lot on early childhood, but you have to narrow it down. Are you talking about early childhood practitioners, or you are talking about age 3 to 7, or you are talking about age 8 to 11? You narrow it down. Then your background should talk about holistic approach to early childhood. Then you bring it down, 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 until it gets to your focus. So in your background, you show to your reader you have read enough on early childhood before you bringing it down to the problem you intend solving. You must. So because I said you cannot take a very broad topic. Your topic must be narrowed down to a specific area of focus. Must be narrowed down. Now, curriculum and technology. ICT, there are a lot about technology, isn't it? So you have some phrases in your topic. ICT or technology and what? Curriculum. So in your background, you review curriculum and you review technology before you marry them together. And before you get to what we call statement of the problem. So your background must show that there are problems. Your background must show that there are gaps. And your background must show evidence that there are gaps. There must be evidence. There must be evidence of technology and curriculum. Then evidence means statistics, figures, facts, that truly there's a problem here. And truly I would like to solve this problem. So what are we saying? You must problematize your background. How do you problematize your background? You must show the gap. According to different scholars, you must show the gap. Let me give you an example I've given before, parental involvement. I will show to my reader different ways by which parents involve themselves in their children's education. I will show to them. Then before I narrow it down, because a good topic, before I forget, you may write it down if you want. There are 3 things we wanted to see in your topic. Your topic must have what we call a problem. In your topic, we must see a problem. In your topic, we must see what? A problem. Number 2, in your topic, we must see the sample, the participant. The participant. In your topic, we must see the participant. And number 3, in your topic, we must see the location or the site. The location or the site. Educators' perception of the influence of technology on curriculum implementation in Liverpool. I don't know this terrain, but Liverpool is too big. What is this side? Where are we now? Please narrow it down to that. So you see, the problem in that topic is technology and curriculum. The sample in that topic is educators. And the site is where we are. That is a good topic. However, we believe that a good topic must not be more than 18 words. 18. 1, 2, 3, 4. If peradventure your topic is more than 18 words, we allow you not to mention the location, but you mention it in the body of the write-up. We allow you to do that. You are allowed not to mention the site, the location. Then you will tell us in the scope of the study. You will tell us in the scope of the study. Number two, you need to understand about a topic. Number two, you need to understand about a topic. A topic is a problem in research. A topic is a problem in research. It's a problem on its own. Because when someone sees your topic, that person must know what you wanted to solve. Must know what you wanted to solve. So, when you are talking about a topic in research is different from a topic of a textbook title. Am I communicating? It's different. So that is why when you are writing a topic, you should know that your topic is not a topic of a textbook by having those three things there. Then number three, there must not be any abbreviation in your topic. You don't abbreviate in your topic. You don't do what? Abbreviate in your topic. You write everything in full. Except what I can call universally acceptable words. Say, for instance, COVID-19. COVID-19 is short, isn't it? So it's not, they short it to cut, it's allowed. Then HIV/AIDS is allowed. But all other things must be written in full. You cannot just say ICT. No, write it in full. There are two ways of writing ICT, right? You can say information, communication, and technologies. Or information and communication technology. You must write them in full. So in a topic, you don't do what? You don't abbreviate. You write all the terms in full. Now, having gotten that, and having told you what a background is, the next thing is to have what you call statement of the problem. Statement of what? Of the problem. I have a YouTube research. It's part of the slide you'll be given. You look at it. I target 25 common mistakes in writing thesis and dissertation. 25 common mistakes in writing thesis and dissertation. The link is on the slide. Please, it's just less than 5 minutes video clips. Listen to them and see some errors researchers are making, like I've just told you about the topic now. I'll be telling you problems, errors researchers are making in each of the segments. I've told you the errors people are making on the topic. I said, number one, topic must have 3 variables: the problem, the location, the sample. Number 2, your topic must be different from topic of the textbook. Number 3, your topic should not be longer than 18 words. Are we together now? So these are different things you need to know about a topic. And number 4, I said your topic is the problem. Your topic is the what? Is the problem. And number 5, I said a topic you cannot abbreviate inside the what? A topic. And the most important thing that I've said at the beginning, before you get a topic, you must have read some literature. It's a must. To have a focus, to have a problem that you're intending to solve before you can get your topic. So all these things are part of the video clips that can assist you when you are listening to them, maximum of 6 minutes, between 3 and 6 minutes. You listen to them, you see some common errors researchers are making when they are writing their thesis and dissertation. Now, when you have gotten your background, you go to what? Statement of the problem. Listen to me. It is called problem statement or statement of the problem. It is not called history. It's not history. It's not the history of the whole village. No. It is called statement of the problem. That means that it should not be too comprehensive. So a statement of the problem in research is maximum of 3 paragraphs. Maximum at any level. Maximum of 3 paragraphs. Don't give us 2-page statement of the problem. What you call statement of the problems of 2 pages should be part of the background. I want to show you something here now. Now, okay, let me give you a picture. Somebody is talking about performance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I remember. Now, maybe you are using what classes do you have in Liverpool here? Do you call them grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, or?
GCSE in A-level.
Okay, good. In A-level, fine. Now, when you are writing on performance, like I told you in your background, you must show to us that there are problems, that the problem is real and evidence. So give us a data of 5 years minimum of the performance to show that the performance is dropping. And that will give your reader the sense that, wow, it's because of this poor performance that this researcher is carrying out the study. So you give us some statistics why performance are not encouraging. Then you show the percentage. If you are using a particular subject, maybe mathematics, give us 5 years mathematics performance for A-level. Then you give us in your background. Then by the time you get to your statement of the problem, you are summarizing that table, not that you are writing another one. You are summarizing performance on that table under your statement of the problem. You are doing what? You are summarizing it. So suffice to say that the summary or the summary of your background is your statement of problem. The summary of what you have in your background is the statement of the problem. And when you are talking about summary, you don't write 2 pages summary. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So you are summarized because your background must be very rich. Your background is problematized. Your background has shown the gap. Your background has shown evidence. Then in summarizing these 3 things, you have them under your statement of the problem. You are reminding your reader that, okay, from what I've said, then you summarize it under the statement of the problem. So that is why the statement of the problem must have correlation with the background to the study. It's not different thing. It's not. It's not. So that is why in some statement of the problem, you don't have many citations. All citations are already in the what? In the background. And your citation must be very current. Must be very what? Current. Recent citation. You cannot be citing an author of the year when you are not born. Am I communicating now? You are born in 1994, you are citing somebody in 1972. How do you really know that is correct? Don't do that. So in research, we allow maximum of 10 years gap. So if you are writing anything in 2024, you must be citing something above 2014. Anything below that is obsolete. Because we believe you yourself, you are more than 10 years old. Am I communicating now? In some area, we believe it is 7 years wide gap, 7 good years from 2016 to date.
Even though the pandemic had skewed data, you still would only go up to like a few years before the pandemic hit.
But when you are writing on pandemic, you even need data of less than 3 years.
Because when you're looking at, for instance, sort of well-being, obviously there's always been a steady decrease, but COVID has spiked it massively.
Yeah.
So it's exaggerating the problem. So
Now, you know, someone have written on that recently,
okay.
citing old literature. You cite the person.
Okay.
Are you got that now? Because in theoretical framework, you are allowed to use old literature because they are still relevant. Oh, constructivism theory by Vygotsky, motivational theory by Etienne Mayer, and some other theorists. They are still relevant. However, somebody who cited them recently should be cited, not the propaganda. Because citation is very, very important. If I cite Vygotsky in 2021, and you are citing Vygotsky, I mean, you want to use it, you are going to cite me, not Vygotsky. I've claimed the copyright of it in 2021. Are you getting what I'm saying now? If you fail to cite me, it will lead to plagiarism for you. Because I have cited Vygotsky, you have cited me, because I'm the recent person who cited Vygotsky. Are we together now? So this is exactly what we mean by statement of the problem, the summary of your background. That is, you are reminding your reader what they should expect or what they have read in the background to tell you that this is why I'm doing this study. Your study is worthwhile if your study has a problem. Research is problem. Then you wanted to solve the problem. That is why you collect data. You know, in research, you are making decisions. Before you make final decision, you must have gotten facts and figure. How do you get fact and figure? By collecting data. By collecting what? Data. So that is what we mean by statement of the problem. It is called statements. It is not background. It is not introduction. A statement should be factual and precise and concise, not history. Every history you have, put it in the background of the study. Now, please feel free to ask questions, please. You are free to ask questions. The listener online, please feel free to ask questions. Now, when you are talking about main research question, you turn your topic into a question, it becomes your main research question. There is no shortcut to that. You turn your topic to what? To a question. Now, while you are sitting down, can you please scribble down your topic for me now? Write a topic of your choice. I want to see it. Scribble down a topic. From the knowledge you have gotten tonight about topic, write something down for me. I want to give an example. Write, scribble something down, please. Then we'll be able to use your topic as a main research question and to develop some research questions from your topic. I give you 2 minutes. I know you have a focus. Which level is this?
Masters.
You are big student. Masters. Wow. Masters. Guys, talk to me. You are not undergraduate.
I think they're slightly tired. Many of them work during the day. So I think they're coming after a day's work. So I think they're slightly sort of getting.
Yeah. The research will make them to be lively. Don't worry.
We'll wake up a bit.
Actually, we know for you to understand research very well, you use them as a case study. So it's what they write, you use, and if I were you, I'd be eager to write mine and tell me so that I will use yours as an example, then you don't struggle again. You get what I'm saying now? So I will be able to use it as an example.
you want the question or just the statement on the topic?
The topic, just the topic. Don't forget what topic should involve. The problem is called phenomenon. The location and the sample must be inside your topic, must be inside your topic. So, anybody who has finished? Okay, read yours for me, please.
Okay, implementing a course to show an improvement of well-being of 14 to 18-year-old students relating to reducing exam stress in Cheshire West.
How many words?
20, so I can get rid of the Cheshire West.
Thank at least, thank you for that understanding.
Yeah.
So, the only, when you turn that to a question, you just put how, what, why, that makes it to be main research question. And let me tell you again, I've told you some of the things you need to know in differentiating qualitative from quantitative. You still remember? I said when you are doing qualitative study, you use the word opinion, perception, view, and so on and so forth. Now, the same thing I want you to know now, please take note because we are getting to the sub-research question. In the qualitative study, you use how and why questions in qualitative study. You populate it with how and why. We want to see more of why. Why is in depth. Allow you to go deep. You see, in qualitative, if you are using interview, you want to see how and why. But in quantitative, we want to see what. Because you are using questionnaire. Even though we can see what in qualitative, but perhaps maybe out of 3 or 4 questions be one. That one may be, what are the challenges? There's no best way to ask questions about challenges. Can you say, how are the challenges? Yeah. So, in qualitative study, I want you to know that, please, you stick to your focus from now. You stick to your focus. If your focus is early childhood, science education, education leadership and management, curriculum study, teacher education, stick to that. Look at the problem in those areas. It's from those areas you get your what? Your topic. It's from those areas you get your topic. Stick to it. Then build on it. Then you become expert in it. Who knows whether you become a lecturer in this university and you are becoming a professor, then you profess on something. You say you have a focus. So, any other topic here in this table? This is a nice table, table 2. Has anybody written any topic down? Yes, anybody?
Examining the cross-cultural approaches in early childhood education.
Wonderful.
Like it's a comparative system.
Yes. Examining it where and who are you focusing? So that topic is lacking where and who. Who is examining them?
Like the educator.
Educators. They say you have to include educators and where. You have to include that. The samples you have in your topic will be the sample for your thesis, for your research. Those are the people you interview or you what? You give questionnaire to. So once it's less than 18 words, please put the location there and put the participants there. You see? The cross-cultural. So for you now, you do want to use interview or you want to use questionnaire. You want examining. You want to use questionnaire, fine. Then turn it to a main research question. Let me hear you. Read it and turn it to a main research question. What are the cross-cultural, and you complete it like that?
Approaches.
Yes, what are cross-cultural approaches? So it's not a comparative study. Yeah, it's a study on its own. It's not comparing anything. So what are the cross-cultural approaches to this? That's your main research question. That is your what? Main research question. Then when you have main research question, after that you have what we call sub-research questions. Sub-research what? Questions. Okay, I've seen yours. Sub-research questions. At master's level, you must have a minimum of 3 and maximum of 5.
For quantitative, it was Y.
For qualitative, it's why and how. For qualitative, it's why and how.
No, for quantitative. though.
What?
Okay.
For quantitative is what. But you can still use how for quantitative. But majorly qualitative is.
I can still use that.
Ah, good, good.
Okay.
So, your sub-research questions. Now, I want to tell you some of the things you need to know about your sub-research questions before we develop what are the sub-research questions. Then I said at master's level, you should have a minimum of 3 sub-research questions, and you can have a maximum of 5. You are not limited, but minimum is there, but maximum can be stretched to any level. Because I will tell you the importance of sub-research questions. And with sub-research questions are the engine room of research. When a car has no engine, the car cannot function. When you don't have sub-research questions, when your sub-research question is not good or they are not good, you don't have any research. Your research is meaningless when you don't have good sub-research questions. I want you to give me attentive, listening very well, and I'll be a little bit slower than this so that you'll be able to get this. If it's only one I can do tonight, fine. It's a sub-research questions. Things to know about sub-research question. Write it down, number 1. Things to know about sub-research questions. Things to know about sub-research question. Number 1. Sub-research questions, you can use abbreviation SRQ, uppercase SRQ, then small s. Sub-research questions. Number 1, your sub-research questions, or let me say question, is not the same with the topic. It's not the same with the topic or the main research question. It's not a repetition. Your sub-research question is not a repetition of the topic or main research question. You agree with me that the topic and the main research question are the same, isn't it? You agree with me? You only put a question there. How, what, why, isn't it? So, number 1, your sub-research question is not repetition of your main research question or your what? Your topic. Number 2, you use your sub-research questions to answer the main research question. Take note. You use your sub-research questions to answer the main research question. You use sub-research questions to answer the main research question. Can I get a marker, please? I want to write something on this whiteboard. You use your sub-research question to answer it. So you cannot use answer to answer, isn't it? Neither can you use question to question. So that means your sub-research questions are solution to the problem. And what is the problem? The topic. And what is the topic? Main research question. Am I communicating now? Number 3, from your sub-research questions, you develop your instrument. You develop your what? Your instrument. And what is that instrument?
Like questionnaire?
Thank you. Questionnaire or interview guide. From sub-research question, you develop your what? Your instrument. That is, from the sub-research question, you develop your questionnaire or your interview. Number 4, from your sub-research question, thank you. Yeah. From your sub-research question, you get your literature. You get your literature review from your sub-research question. From your sub-research question, you get your what? Literature review. Are we together? Now, look at this here. Your topic lead to your main research question. Your topic lead to your main research question. From your topic, you get your main research question. I'm going somewhere. MRQ question. Now,
Is that your how, what, why? Is that your main research question?
no, I'm coming to that. Yeah. No, let me say, I said qualitative, you use how and why question. It's qualitative. Qualitative. Pardon my handwriting, eh? Then in quantitative, quantitative, you make use of what? That's what is important. Here you are not allowed to use what, but here you are allowed to use how. So here you can use how.
Hi, I'm really sorry to disrupt. The video off for the online has gone off. We can't see anyone or any view.
Okay, just give me 1 minute.
Thank you.
This is a knowledge. Because this is the same thing as this.
Yeah, so is that is where we've used our what, how, or why, depending on what our research
I will
is.
tell you where you use that now.
Okay.
Yes. So now you have sub-research questions. Sub-research questions to answer main research questions. And main research question is the same thing as the topic. Yeah.
Just here.
So on that sub-research question, I said you should have minimum of 3 and maximum of 5. That is where qualitative, quantitative, you have what? How? Why? How? You can even have what? Just one. That's quality. Then quantity. Quantity. Quantity, you don't normally see why in quantity, you see how and what in quantitative.
What if you're using or you're trying to use an already questionnaire guide that gives you the outcomes, in which case the questions may not follow those rules?
The questionnaire guide.
Well, in this case, I want to use an ONS4, which is a wellbeing national guideline that GPs use to recognise if you've got low wellbeing or high wellbeing. So
Yeah.
they're already set questions.
And what's, give me an example.
Okay, like how satisfied are you with your life nowadays? To what extent? do you
Good.
feel safe?
How? You said how. Is that qualitative or quantitative?
It's quantitative.
Quantitative. Yeah, I've said it. You can use how.
Okay,
You can use how. You may not use why.
yeah, okay.
So now I've told you 5 things to know about sub-research questions. I said it's not a repetition of this. You use this to solve this because this is a problem, because the topic is a problem.
Sorry, Professor Emmanuel, there are students online who are not able to see your board, so if you can stand on that side,
Okay.
then they can see the board.
Okay.
Is it any better for those who are online? Are you able to see anything on the board?
Not
Not-
really, no.
It's the direction.
Is it any better now?
Yeah, but because
It's in
we're
red.
walking round a lot, it follows you when you're walking round. So where you are now, Namrata, we can't see the board at all.
Yeah, so when Professor Emmanuel talks, the board will, the camera will move that side. Do you want to just talk and if they can see here? Do you want to just say something in the?
Okay. We use how for quantitative. Did you hear that or did you see it?
Yeah, we can see it now because Namrata's not moving. She's got out the picture.
Now, I've told you what the importance of sub-research questions and what you need them for. And I also said, if you don't get it right, if you did not get your sub-research question right, there is no research. Because sub-research questions is to find answer to the problem. And what is the problem? The topic. What is the problem? The main research question. Remember, they are the same. So we are talking about the same thing here. So there are problems. So you need to develop a sub-research question that will answer the main research question. Let me give you one example. I can say factors affecting performance in mathematics. Look at what I'm saying now. I can put location, I can put sample, right? But let's suspend that, right? Let me just say factors affecting mathematics performance. Can you talk to me? What are the factors affecting performance of any subject, not even mathematics? Anybody? What are the factors affecting performance generally? I can give you 20 as I'm standing now. So just give me one on your own case. Just give me one.
How much they practice?
How much they practice? That is preparation, huh? Who's our scribe? Can you help me write it down, please? I want to get something from here. Let me write it down. We are getting somewhere. Preparation. Lack of preparation, one, yes.
Cost of living crisis.
Yeah?
The cost of living crisis.
Cost of living, yes. There's a standard of living. Yeah. Preparation, standard of living of the students. Yes. Everybody must say 111. You must say 111 point. You have said yours?
Lack of interest in the student side.
Excellent. Lack of interest. Who has not spoken yet? My friend. You must know. Do you ever fail any subject before?
Yeah.
Why? Why did you fail? Lack of interest.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know I got that.
Yes. Yes, please.
Lack of resources.
Lack of resources, like textbook. Well, lack of resources, yes, over here.
Classroom design.
Classroom design. You are bothered with the people online so much, huh? Classroom design, yes.
Mental health.
Yeah?
Mental health.
Maintenance.
Mental health.
Oh, thank you very much. Mental health. Yes. Maybe you are not. Yes.
Lack of previous outcomes.
How? Have you ever failed any subject before? And why did you fail? That's it.
We talk about a subject nouns, right?
Yeah, any subject. Let's speak any subject now. Yes, yes.
The previous knowledge and the experience about that.
Lack of experience. Yes, okay. Lack of experience.
Language barrier.
Language barrier. Lack of experience, language barrier. Thank you very much. Now, the topic is pressure.
Performance. It is giving too much performance in the student side. Teachers expecting too much.
Okay, high expectation.
Yeah.
High expectation. Now, you are a wonderful student, huh? Very wonderful. Now, look at it. The topic factors affecting mathematics performance. And remember, if these are in the literature, you have read all this, they are there. Now, we normally ask students to read 4 articles. 4. You know what it's called? Articles. You read 4 articles. Now, out of 4, you read 4 articles. Article A, B, C, D. You read 4 articles. Then, 4 articles with different authors. With different what? Authors. Now, all these 4 authors said everything like this. Then you are trying to look for what this 1, 2, 3, 4 have not said. You remember what I told you? Before you can bring your topic, right? But we are not on topic now. But where I'm going is this. From these factors, you turn them to sub-research questions. Maybe 4 or 5 of them that are not common. I know the resources is common. Lack of interest is common. See? Standard of living, yes. Preparation is common. Leave this one out. Leave this one out. Previous atom, no, it's not common. Lack of interest, leave it out. Standard of living is there. Previous knowledge is not common. Then, yes, this language barrier is common. High expectation is also common. Now, to me, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I will turn these 4 into my sub-research questions to answer the problem. And what is the problem? Factors affecting performance. So I wanted to find out of these 4, are they really affecting performance or not? That is when, from this, you develop your instrument, questionnaire, or interview guide. Now, if I'm doing qualitative, I will ask question. How do the standard of living affect mathematics performance? That's number 1. Then I will go to the next one. I will go to this one. Why do the previous outcome affect mathematics performance the way they do? How and why? For qualitative. Now, I move to the third one. How are the previous knowledge affect mathematics performance? Then I move to the fourth one. In what way does the pressure of performance affect mathematics performance? So I use those sub-research questions to do what? To answer the problem. And what is the problem? Factors affecting. That is poor performance in mathematics. That is the problem. That is the problem. So in your study, inside the topic, you extract sub-research questions to answer the problem. You extract sub-research questions to answer the problem. And the problem we are talking about here is poor performance in mathematics. And from there, I said, you get your literature. From there, I said, you get your what? Instrument. Then, remember, why is important? You use the sub-research question, the literature you got from the sub-research questions to support or oppose your findings. Now, we are talking about 4 now. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our sub-research questions, right? Now, you ask 3 or 4 questions under standard of living. I'm talking about instrument now. When you are developing your instrument, your section A is your biography, biodata, right? Now, this will not be section B. This will not be section C. And this will not be section D. And this will not be section E. That is your instrument. So you ask questions under each of them. Minimum of 3, maximum of 6. Under each of them that relate to standard of living, that relate to previous outcome, that relate to what? Previous knowledge, and that relate to pressure of performance. That is why I said from your sub-research question, you get your what? Instrument. That is for qualitative. If it is for quantitative, you can also get the instrument using 4 Likert scale. You know what's called Likert scale? Strongly agree, agree, disagree, strongly disagree. Did you hear that? Okay. You develop instrument under each of them. So that's the relationship between, you want to say something?
Yeah, actually, obviously there are a lot of them who are doing an empirical study where they'll be collecting data, but some of them are actually doing desk-based study where they will actually be,
Literature.
yeah, so they'll be relying entirely on the literature and some new thinking that might generate from them. So some of this might not be sort of relevant for all of them.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you very much for
yeah,
letting me know.
Yeah, no, just
Thank you.
highlighting.
Now, thank you for that. If you are doing desktop review, it's a must for you to have a very rich literature and theoretical framework. It's a must for you to have literature and theoretical framework. If you are doing desktop review, you are not collecting data. You are just looking at the gap and see what literature said. Yes, please.
So probably be doing a meta-analysis. So in meta-analysis, there has to be a system of finding out the articles, right? So could you explain how to use like research questions and sub-research questions to guide the system of finding the articles?
You see, now, like I said, your focus will determine articles you are going to use. You are not using all the articles. You are not going to select 4 best articles on mental health. Then out of these 4 best articles, you will read and see the findings. And some of these articles will tell you that we write limitation. That limitation should be your own strength. So you base your own strength on that limitation. You base your own topic on that limitation of that article. Another thing is that those articles might be limited to this area, but yours might be broader. Because yours is not article, yours is a thesis or dissertation. It's fuller than article. So that is it. So that is why I said you must first and foremost identify your focus. Your focus will determine articles you are going to read, minimum of 4 on each of your focus. Then once you have read that, look at their findings and look at their shortcomings, their weaknesses. Make their weaknesses, each weaknesses in each article your own strength. Then before you get your own topic. Don't copy what they have written. Don't copy their style of asking questions. Develop your own from the weaknesses of the articles. So, by the time you have gotten this, I'm just trying to explain why some research questions are very, very important to you. I'm just trying to do that to tell you now. You know, say for instance now, we've turned all these 4 into questions, isn't it? But remember, they are also the literature review. They are also what? The literature review. That is, these are what you are going to review in relation to mathematics performance. So you are reviewing, let me see, standard of living in relation to mathematics performance. Standard of living and mathematics performance. That's your literature 1. Under your literature review, what you are reviewing. Then you pick this one now. Previous outcomes and mathematics performance. You review that. The same thing to the 3rd one and the 4th one. So people will cite, you will see some citation inside your literature review. And let me say this now. Standard of living. When you Google standard of living as you are sitting down here, when you Google standard of living and mathematics performance, some scholars can disagree with you that standard of living has nothing to do with what? With mathematics performance. Now, I said, look, Adu 2022 said standard of living has nothing to do with what? Mathematics performance. But Leo 2019 said standard of living has a lot. It's very important. It affects what? Performance, isn't it? So I said negative, this one said positive. Now, when you now go to the field to collect data, and if people you are asking questions from said standard of living does not affect performance, which of these 2 does it support? Yeah. Thank you very much. Because I said, the first one said, standard of living does not. That's why you see minus sign there. Huh? And the second one said it does, right? Then you get to the field, and your sample, your participant said it does. If your participant said it does, you support the findings of your participant with the one that said it does, an opposite with the one that said it does not. So that is why you have to link your literature with your findings. With your findings. So those are the things you take note. Time does not permit me. There's another opportunity I would like to give details about this. Give details about this. But the truth of the matter is that once your subscribed questions are not aligned to solve the main research question, there is nothing called research in that study. It's empty. It's empty. So I said your topic is the same thing as your main research question. You only turn your topic to what? To a question. You only turn your topic to a question. It's become your what? Your sub-research question. Now, there are 4 things. I think they can see me. Yes, they can see me. I'm right-handed person, not left.
Yeah, so they're seeing through that.
Okay.
So wherever, so if you're in front of the board, they can't see you. So they're seeing the videos going through you.
I was looking.
Yeah. So this,
Okay.
if you stand on that side, then the camera is not blocked.
Oh, okay. Okay. Where is the camera, by the way? Oh, this. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to say here is this. This topic is the same thing as main research question. Then there's what we call the purpose of the study. The purpose of the study, let me write before moving to that side. Now, the purpose of the study is you repeat the main research question. The purpose of, take for instance, the question we are dealing with now. The purpose of the study is to find out the factors affecting mathematics performance. No, just a sentence or two. You don't write 2 paragraphs for the purpose of the study or 1 paragraph. It must be aligned. There must be synergy between your topic, your main research question, and your purpose of the study. Because you are just telling us why you dabble into the study, the purpose of the study. You see, which is also related to the final one before I leave you, which is called the scope of the study. The scope of the study. The scope of the study. So there are 4 things there that are similar. That is a must, that will be similar. Even if you want to add anything to it, they must still repeat each other. The topic, the main research question, the purpose, the scope. Your scope, what is your scope? Anybody, any idea? What is your scope? What is the scope of your study? Yes? Is it the scope of your study? Anybody? What is the scope of your study? What is the scope of any study?
Prove.
That can help in improving that problem or solving that problem in the future.
Anybody?
I
Anyone?
think what you're expecting to solve the solution.
To solve the solution.
Like what what you're expecting to do at the end, like your solution, like what you want to bring out.
Okay.
Or I don't know, maybe it's related to the research design.
Okay. Any other idea? Yeah? The conclusion. Any other idea?
Anybody online?
Anybody online, please? What is the scope of any study? What do you mean by scope of the study?
I thought it would have been like the summary of it, like the solution. Obviously not.
The solution.
Is it like the context, like, sort of like within which you're doing the research?
Yes, name it
So
better.
like now we've mentioned the purpose of the study, so we're defining it to what, like the demographics and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the location.
Thank you. The scope, the boundary of your study, the location. Then where did you see the location? Where did I mention the location? Topic. So that is why your scope is like your topic. Look at what I'm saying now. So in your scope, you ask a question. Where? Why? How? You see? So your scope of the study is your location, is your boundary. That's what we call the scope of your study. So your scope can be geographical, location. You see, your scope can be participants. So inside your scope, you tell us, why are you using that location? Who are your participants inside that scope? Was that not the same on the topic? That's why they're similar.
So it would be the inclusion and exclusion criteria of like the.
Exactly. Inclusion and exclusion criteria. Why do you pick this city? You tell us under your scope. Why do you not pick other city? You tell us under your scope. You see, your scope is your boundary. Then you confuse your reader. Why? Why? Why am I using A-level students? Why? My scope is A-level student. My scope is poor performance in mathematics among the A-level students. Based on this topic, poor performance of mathematics among the A-level students. So under my scope, the scope of this study, you see, include the A-level. Why? Because 1, 2, 3, you mention it. Then you tell us the boundary. That is the scope. So the topic, the main research question, the purpose, and the scope, they are speaking the same language. They are speaking what? The same language. Guys, have I not stood? Have I? Any question, please? Let me allow your teacher to wrap up. There are many now. You've done this.
Yes, I did about 5 or 6 minutes. I'm going to just stop the recording here.
Please stop recording. Then, any question, please? Please do.